All right, so the deed is done. I've made my first Bath and Body Works purchase, and trust me, this is not it. This is just a supplement to what I've already purchased. I actually did the bulk of my purchase yesterday, but I somehow missed a candle. I somehow forgot a candle, and I was on the site last night and I was saying, wow, I didn't buy that one. So I had to come back to pick it up today. I believe I have now all 9 fragrances for evaluation. This one, oh my God, I can definitely smell this from here. The odd one out of the collection. This is going to be the Praline Pecan. All of these seem to be floral plants, fresh, clean, refreshing. And then you have a super savory concept. How do I know? I can smell it. But let's get our nose in there. Not messing around with this one. Let's take care of the pecans right off the bat. Roasted candied pecans. You ever get the pecans roasted and the sugar in the little wax paper bags when you visit the big cities? Right here. Big time brown sugar and cinnamon. Coffee cake, crumble, cinnamon, raisin, strudel. This fits the very definition of rich. Buttery, salty, vanilla extract, condensed milk. Yeah, like condensed milk. Interestingly, there's this white chocolate thing too. Have you ever had caramel fudge? Like fudge, but caramel. Or think of like the center of a Payday or a Baby Ruth candy bar. You know, it's not this ooey gooey caramel that's stretchy and elastic. It's this crumbly caramel, which makes perfect sense. It fits that praline theme. It fits that praline image. I mean, this is just super authentic. I mean, this smells so real. So definitely, I mean, it's called Praline Pecan, so you do get that pecan praline, but also pecan sandies or the pecan shortbread cookies. Look, if you love extremely sweet, decadent candles, you gotta at least check this one out. I mean, this is off the charts bombastic. I don't always use that word. I save it for the right occasion, and I believe I've used it correctly. This is a bombastically, massively intense, sweet candle. Praline Pecan. And to quote Marty McFly, your kids, they're gonna love it. Okay. Eucalyptus Rain. Here we go. It's reminding me of something so much, but I'll save it for the end. But what it's reminding me of is actually helping me think of a bunch of notes. So yes, we got the eucalyptus, but it's going to be accompanied by citrus, lime, or most likely bergamot. Citrus and eucalyptus, they go hand in hand, they complement each other so nicely. Whenever you find eucalyptus, it's usually paired with citrus. I think there's lavender in here too. I think there's lavender. Tea tree oil. Yeah, that's right. You better believe it. Chamomile. Now, I'm shooting in the dark a little bit with that one, but yeah. Or how about Aveeno moisturizing oatmeal lotion? Okay, so fresh cut mint that has been sweetened with tons of sugar. Think of Wrigley's spearmint gum. You know what? Double mint gum had a commercial. Juicy Fruit had a commercial. Big Red had a commercial. Wrigley Spearmint. Did Wrigley Spearmint gum have a commercial? I don't know. I don't know if it did. I do think, yeah, spearmint leaves. That is one of the notes. Super fresh, like ripped right out of the ground with your hand. A little bit of aloe vera. It's reminding me of white pepper. I don't think there would be white pepper in this, but it's reminding me of white pepper. But let me tell you what it was reminding me of when I first smelled it. Actually, it's still reminding me of it. When you bring your dog to the groomer and they shampoo and put the flea oil behind the ear and stuff, I mean, that's not a bad thing. It smells really good, but this smells so much like a dog who just got groomed. But that makes sense, right? Because I'm sure that when a dog's getting groomed, they're using those essential oils to help that dog not get parasites, ticks, the fleas, keep all that stuff away. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're using things like eucalyptus and tea tree oil. Eucalyptus Rain. White Gardenia. White Gardenia. You can smell a gardenia flower from a very far distance. They do have a tendency to aggravate my sinuses, to give me a little bit of sniffy sniff allergy. So this is me braving the storm. Wow, that's powerful. This, unlike any of the others, is taking an extreme perfume approach. Before I try to tackle some of the flowers, there's some fruit. There is a little bit of fruit there. I get like nectarine, like stone fruit nectarine. And when I first smelled it, I was getting like pear, like Bartlett pear. Yeah, you know how Bartlett pears, like the skin of a Bartlett pear is like very fragrant and like perfumey? What's really going on here is a conglomeration, a cacophony, if you will, of florals. Of course, we have gardenia. Yeah, we're getting lily. Heliotrope. Heliotrope is another one of those very pungent, very powerful. You know, you could list off several other tropical flowers if you want, but again, I'd be shooting in the dark. But definitely, I think heliotrope, gardenia, lily, peony, and I definitely think rose too. There's definitely that softness here, that rose petal softness. Imagine walking through like a warm, humid greenhouse with tropical flowers, and you can just smell those petals, right? But you can also smell the stems, the green chlorophyll-rich stems of the flowers. Vetiver, there's one for you, right? Vetiver is very grassy, woody kind of aroma. It's used all the time in colognes and in perfumes. First time I'm getting to use it as a descriptor on this channel. And speaking of woody, there's some woody components happening here, but honestly, underneath all of those florals, it's going to be hard to pinpoint and be super accurate about anything. So we can say sandalwood and call it a day, or we can just say there is some form of wood component involved as a base note in this candle. Very high intensity. Look, if you love florals, if you love that idea of like tropical flower greenhouse, that's your thing and it doesn't bother you, like here and here, white gardenia. So I forgot to mention, this is a returning fragrance, is it not? As was the Eucalyptus Rain. Eucalyptus Rain and the white gardenia are returning fragrances. And then we have one other returning fragrance coming up, but all the rest are new for 2017. Okay, so here we go. Sugared lemon zest. All right. I'm getting it. I'm getting the allure. I'm getting the attraction that people have to Bath & Body Works. I'm getting it. This is Nostalgia City. Just let me gather my thoughts for a second. Well, let me tell you, this is as accurate as a name as you're gonna get. Lemon extract, lemon essence, lemon oil, lemon flavoring that's been sugar-fied to the max. More sweetness, more sugar than fruit. And like I said, Nostalgia City. So lemon Trix breakfast cereal, lemon Fruit Loop breakfast cereal, Fruity Pebbles, if you want to throw those in there too. Marino's Italian Ice. Remember those at the baseball park? The yellow cup with the wooden spoon. Lemon Chuckles Gummy Candies. Now, remember those, right? The gummy candies that are just coated in the granulated sugar. Oh yeah. Dots. Dots are like the gumdrops without the sugar, but they're made of sugar anyway, so they're still sweet. Jujubes. So let's put it this way. Look, If you recall any lemon candy from your childhood, from your youth, more than likely you're going to be able to smell it inside of this candle, because what's going on here is a big time concentrated lemon verbena, lemon flavoring, lemon extract, lemon zest. It's not artificial, but there's so much sugar, there's so much sweetness involved that, like I said, it becomes more of a candy smell than it does a fruit smell, which is not a bad thing, right? A few more things. Lemon icing and limoncello. Limoncello, you know limoncello? Limoncello is an Italian liqueur made from the zest of lemons. How could I not say lemon head candy? Big time sugared lemon zest, that's for sure. Lastly, Georgia peach. Georgia peach. So what happened was, I was initially told that there were 8 candles in this collection. So I went and I purchased 8 candles. And then when I got home and I unboxed them all, I realized, wait a minute, I don't have Georgia peach. That's when I realized there were 9 candles in this collection. But a lot of stores apparently only have 8. I think what's happening is a lot of Bath & Body Works storefronts don't have the tomato vine candle yet. Just a little heads up. That is peach, and I mean it. I mean, like, that's like the whole peach. Peach pit. I know this sounds crazy, but we've all sucked on a peach pit before. It has that very distinct flavor. Or think about like the part of the peach that's really close to the pit that's red. Like, it's just got that tinge of red. It's got that very distinct flavor and aroma. It's in here. To say, I mean, this is impressive. It's a fantastic execution, because not only do we get the meat of the peach in the center of the peach, I swear I could smell like the skin, like the soft, fuzzy skin of the peach. You know that the peach has like a very perfumey taste and aroma, the peach skin, just like that pear, that Bartlett pear skin, and like raspberries. Raspberries also have that very perfumey smell. And when you smell this, you can swear you're smelling the surface of the top of the peach. But with that said, there's definitely no questions about it. Huge candy side to this candle. Straight up peach Jolly Rancher. I don't even need to go any further, because that is spot on perfect. And check this out, peach chapstick. Yeah, I'm not kidding. You know, like, it's got like that peachy candy smell, but also that slightly waxy smell. And I'm not saying that because of the wax here, at least I don't think so. I'm smelling that waxy thing here. The only other thing I could see going on in this candle is a little bit of creaminess, like peaches and cream, or Yoplait peach yogurt. You get that lactic acid from the yogurt contrasted with the malic acid from the stone fruit peach. Nice contrast of acidities, lactic and malic acid. So Georgia peach, really intense, super ripe, candy-esque peach. So there it is, folks, we made it. 9 candles, check it out. We went through 9 candles. Again, I was told that this was called the Hit Refresh Collection. I have no idea if that is correct. I went on the website, I don't see those words anywhere, nor did I see those words on any kind of banner or pamphlet while I was in the storefront. Right now there are 9 fragrances. By the time you see this, there might be more. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, thumbs up if you want. And if you haven't subscribed already, maybe you want to do that as well. But that's going to be it for me. It is late and I just smelled a lot of candles. My nose is tired, my throat is sore. I'm off to bed, so I'm going to sign off. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And you know what? I'm going to see you real soon. Good night.